Hey there, everyone. So back with some Star Wars and Christopher Nolan news. Now, those are the two names I didn't thought I could say one day, but that's the thing. Christopher Nolan recently, in an interview with the Telegraph, said that well, the modern day Hollywood, they have lost the essence of movie making, movies such as Star Wars. Now, it's a long article, so what most of the things I'm going to say today is paraphrasing. So what Christopher Nolan just said that these big Hollywood executives they just go through the story and thinks that okay, yeah, this is the essence of Star Wars, but that's not the case. That's not how it works. Of course, story is important, but the visual effects, uh, everything those matter as well, because let's be honest, the prequels as bad as they were bad. They were not like good. Some call them okay as well, but they were not very, very good. Not as good as the original Star Wars trilogy. The sequel one, we are going to get into those in a minute. So yeah, they were, but they had at least a set of stories that were being told. The execution was not good. But at the time when Phantom Menace came out, episode one, that was a huge leap in the case of visual representation, visual effects, and everything. Even John Campea says in his show that yes, that is like that was at that time was the biggest thing that ever happened in the like Hollywood history or movie industry in the case of CGI. So that those were important movies. Now, good or bad, there's always a debate, but in the case there's no debate is that the sequel trilogies were all bad. Not all of them, to be honest. Force Awakens was good. Then came The Last Jedi, and then came The Rise of the Skywalker, which is still known as the Star Wars franchise destroyer, the movie that destroyed the Star Wars franchise, and it was called uh, The Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, so Christopher Nolan, what he I think basically was trying to tell is good story is important, visual effects are also important, and the most important part is the essence of the movie making that made the original Star Wars trilogy great. That is what Christopher Nolan is saying, and that's big from where it's coming from. Christopher Nolan taking Star Wars, the first trilogy, as an example of movie making, of good movie making that Hollywood is missing right now. And he is right. How in the world do you, I mean, you can destroy franchises, movie franchises. That's a given. How do you destroy a Star Wars movie franchise? Star Wars is something like even Rise of Skywalker, which was bad, it made $1 billion. That's the power of this franchise, this movie franchise. There is no way you could F this up, but they did F this up. And that's what Christopher Nolan was trying to tell. And this comes in the heels of Christopher Nolan being asked if he wanted to do a Star Wars movie, and he didn't rule it out. He said maybe in the future, if the right time comes and the right project comes up, maybe he might do that. So yeah, that's a story for another time. But yeah, Christopher Nolan literally schooling everyone, trying to tell the Hollywood executive like make good movies. Look at the first one, the first Star Wars movie, the first trilogy. Look at those and bring that essence back in the modern movies today. No politics, no agenda, good storytelling, visuals. That's it. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the